can't do that to people over and over and call it treatment, because that's just a nice word that people want to hear. The experiments that took place under Barker at Oak Ridge became more and more depraved and more unconsensual, and typically included patients with numerous experimental drug treatments multiple times a day, essentially keeping the inmates drugged out of their mind to the point of psychosis. One of the men that was held at Oak Ridge said the following, quote, "They gave you 6 shots a day of that stuff. By the end of the day, you didn't know who you were or what you were doing. You can't do that to people over and over and call it treatment, because that's just a nice word that people want to hear. The real word is torture, because that's all it was, beginning to end." And the experience that one man had within Oak Ridge was not uncommon. That was essentially the norm. Barker shortly after invented something known as the total encounter capsule. And essentially what it was a windowless room with padded walls, no furniture, and only an open toilet. There was no lights, there was one hole for food, and that was it. Prisoners would be sent in this room naked and would be in there alone in the dark for as long as 10 days at a time. Now, similar to MK Ultra, the point of these experiments were to try to break the mind of the individual. Although with MK Ultra, the goal was mind control, and with the Oak Ridge experiments, the goal, at least allegedly, was to help solve mental illness through what ended up just being torture.